Hi everybody, welcome back to my next movie review. In this movie review, I'm going to be talking about a movie that spawned a TV show and 3 sequels. I can see them doing the TV show. The other 3 movies, I think it's 3 movies, I don't think so. This is one of those movies that they should have left well enough alone. Because I do have the second movie, and I'll talk about it, but I don't have the third or fourth ones. I believe there's a fourth one, but definitely there is a third one. I really liked this one, and it actually starts off as this was a senior thesis project for a UCLA student who was known as Gregory Wyden, who also wrote Backdraft. And I mean, this is a pretty good movie, and it talks about there can be only one. It's Highlander, with Christopher Lambert. This actual version that I have is actually, it's got 2 distant. One of them's a CD, and the other one's the actual movie itself. And here, this is the actual, liner notes for this movie. And as you can tell, this is Queen here in the middle. They actually have 3 of the videos from this movie. This one is for A Kind of Magic. This is Freddie Mercury here. I've said that I would love to see my husband in an outfit like this, because Freddie Mercury looks really good in this picture here. With that. But they actually... Queen wrote A Kind of Magic, Princess of the Universe, and Who Wants to Live Forever for this particular movie. And it's just, the songs are just incredible. They improved the movie. And what it is with this particular rendition of the movie that I have the metal, Highlander box to stick it in. This is a very good guy flick, and girls can watch it too, because it does have a bit of a couple of love stories in it. Well, 3 if you count the one at the beginning. And it does, like I mentioned, star Christopher Lambert. It's got Sean Connery and Clancy Brown and Roxanne Hart. And it says, there can be only one. And if you look, right there it says, there can be only one. And that's, like a relief of the McCloud Sword. How the movie starts out is where Russell Nash, played by Christopher Lambert, gets in a sword fight with Amon Fazil in Madison Square Garden parking garage in New York City. Excuse me. And this movie actually talks about, how Russell Nash actually manages to hide his sword before it gets arrested by the police. Well, and, then there's a flashback to 1536 where Connor MacLeod, also played by Lambert, and his clansmen, particularly his cousins Dougal MacLeod and Angus MacLeod, leave to go fight the Fraser clan in a battle. And Connor's mortally wounded by the Kurgan, who's played by Clancy Brown, who's an immortal ally of the Fraser clan. And what happens is when the Kurgan goes to decapitate Connor, Dougal and Angus stop him. And then it flips back to 1985, where the police, led by Lieutenant Frank Moran, who's played by Alan North, investigate the crime scene from where Russell Nash decapitated Amon Fazil. And Brenda Wyatt, who's played by Roxanne Hart, discovers parts of McCloud Sword in an I-beam, and the sword of Amon Fazil, the sword's worth about $1 million, according to Brenda. And it's just, all kinds of interesting stuff. And then it flips back to the 1500s, where Connor has gotten married to a woman named Heather McLeod, who's played by Beatty Etney. And then one day, Heather and Connor, out, and Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, played by that hottie Sean Connery, shows up. This is the second time that Connor gets sick. Well, of course, it goes round and round, and Ramirez, Sean Connery's character, teaches Connor all kinds of stuff about, the quickening and the fact that they're immortal. And I do have to say that this movie, Highlander, is one of those movies you have to watch at least twice just to get it, like, as in understand it. I've actually known of people that, have watched it and, like, they're like, what? It makes no sense to them. And then I tell them, you gotta watch it at least twice just to catch on to, like, some of the stuff. That Russell Nash is Connor MacLeod in the future. It's just Connor MacLeod, where he's immortal, like a vampire can't die. It's not like he's a vampire. He's one of these guys that, he gets mortally wounded and he gets up and goes on and everything. But, I mean, it's a truly great love story between Heather and Connor, and then Connor and Brenda, when Brenda figures out that Russell Nash is Connor MacLeod, and, they get their freak on, which is in the movie. But, anyway, this movie, I mean, is a pretty sound piece of work, and I really don't think they should have made, another 2 to 3 movies out of it, sequels. I mean, it was, like I said, just find the way to sound piece of work. And, I mean, it's got, this version, the Immortal Edition, I do recommend this. It's a great movie. But I'm going to pause here because I want to do one more movie review, okay? So hang on.